Hey guys, what's up? Gonna continue on the last one, but hopefully without nearly as much screaming, because I really don't like doing videos like that. I mean, I know it's entertaining to you guys, but it's just, yeah, I find the angrier I get at something, and I was genuinely angry. I wasn't like super enraged. You guys still haven't really seen me like really pissed, where I want to kill someone. But I mean, I still, the more agitated I get, I notice the harder it is for me to speak articulately. So I don't like making videos like that. Plus, I don't want people just writing me off as, oh, he's just a raving loon, and let's not listen to what he's trying to say. So I'm going to try to be calmer here and add on to the points that I said in the last video while trying to explain some of the rationale that I said in the last video. I want to start off with one of the last points that I was on. The fact that you got people making arguments for another group of people who do not have their best interest at heart, which continues to not only piss me off, but confuse the hell out of me. I mean, how stupid can you possibly be to argue a point for your oppressors? And the only reason I could think of you just easily fall for it is because you think one day you're going to be rich. You're making arguments for the wealthy, and the subtext that you're thinking that you yourselves are somehow wealthy just because you happen to be able to barely keep your house and you happen to have an SUV in your driveway. You're not rich, okay? And most likely, you never will be rich. Even if you're a small business owner, notice what they call it, again, small business owner. You're not a big business owner, and the big business owners are doing their best to make the government pass laws to keep you small so that you won't be able to live comfortably. You're constantly trying to keep your business afloat. Constantly worrying about if you can make your next hand out the next paychecks to your workers on time. And with this recession, it's gotten even worse. Stop acting like you're rich. You're not rich. You never will be rich. And the rich who are up there do not have your best interests at heart. The healthcare industry does not have your best interests at heart. They're trying to fuck you over. Now, it's not like the government has your best interests at heart either. We know that's bullshit. But who the fuck do you think is helping to run the government? Do you have money to lobby them? You're not going to be rich. So stop making arguments for them. Stop acting like you are one of them, because you're not. You're just middle class. And you're even losing that status. I remember I first realized this when I was in college, when I one time said to someone who was trying to lobby government, the middle class have got to be the dumbest group of Americans around because they're so easily misled. He did not disagree with me. And he was a lobbyist. Chew on that for a while. You know, the one other thing that kind of gets me about your arguments, and when I'm saying I'm talking about these people out there going to town halls, and many of them, by the way, are fake protesters. What I mean by fake protesters is that they were planted there. Even Katie Abrams has now recently been put out that she's not the dumb housewife that she's appeared herself to be. She's just a dumb political con person. She's part of some Glenn Beck movement, and she's just yet another person planted to sway public opinion. Though I find it hilarious that this is blown up in her face because, well, let's put it this way. If she was real, she would have been, again, one of the dumbest fucking people on the planet. She was, again, I still consider her a perfect poster, her image anyway, is the perfect poster child for common American middle-class stupidity because of the opinions that she was spouting. But if she's part of a conservative group, that means one of two things. One, she's part of a group of idiotic people who still believe in that shit, so they're just as stupid. Or they're political hucksters trying to sway public opinion to keep you dumb, and the image that she's presenting is what they consider you guys to be like. Uninformed people who feel that they have a sense of privilege. If I were you, I'd be insulted. But it would take some thinking to realize that you've been insulted in that way. I noticed that she was talking about wasteful programs like Cash for Clunkers and, of course, this healthcare bill and other social programs. Now, I'm not going to be arguing about whether or not these programs are good or not, but I wanted to show a flaw in the particular argument that middle-class people like using. These people are using my taxpayer money. I'm funding these programs that other people who don't deserve it are using. Really now? Other people don't deserve it? Let's not even get into the fact that you're not really even paying the taxes. You're actually being robbed of your money, but I'm not going to get into that. The problem with your argument is that you guys are saying you're the only ones funding this. You act like you're the only ones whose money is being used in this way. And never mind the fact that the healthcare bill, by the way, says that if you're not making more than $250,000, you're not funding this new bill at all. Other people pay taxes too. Poor people pay taxes too. Working poor pay taxes too. See, you know that income tax that you guys complain about that you have to pay? We gotta pay it too. See, anyone who gets a paycheck has that income tax thing gone. Social Security tax gone. Medicare tax gone. We had no say in the matter. When we go somewhere to pay for clothing, gotta pay tax for that too. What, you think there's only a middle class tax only? Poor people pay that tax too. Paying for electronics, paying for some toy, paying for car repairs. Money gone. Then here comes April. Got to file your taxes. If you're lucky, the government gives you your money back. They give you the money back that they just took from you. Just cuz. And of course, if you're not lucky, you got to pay more. Other people pay that shit too. Now, all of a sudden, here comes a program that was fueled by money they helped to put in. And here you are going, that's my money. Fuck you. You're not the only one putting in the pot. And there are other people who put it in the pot who, quite frankly, are like, hey, I'm getting my money back, at least in a program that I can use. Now, I'm not talking about whether the program's right or wrong in the sense of whatever political theory you happen to believe in. I'm just speaking reality here. You're not the only fuckers paying. Now, these people are paying too. Now they see that the money that they got taken from them is somehow being given back to them in some small way. So you're getting mad at them for wanting to take it, saying that, oh, it was all my money? No, it wasn't. So fuck you for implying that. You're not the only American citizens walking in the country. Finally, because I'm running out of time, and this to me is the most important point, I am sick and tired of conservative idiots jumping around in these days and times saying that they're trying to defend the Constitution, they're trying to do what the Founding Fathers wanted, and they don't know shit about what's inside the Constitution, nor do they know what the Founding Fathers really wanted, and they're not even doing their job as American citizens. What do I mean by they're not doing their job as American citizens? Well, remember, these are the guys who always jump up and down about we're a democracy and the people's voice and the votes, our voices matter. You notice they only say that whenever they happen to be arguing for any type of programs that are going to help the rich. When there come time to civil liberties being fucked with, or, you know, phones being tapped and all that other shit, they're never saying anything about we the people. Unjust war going on in Iraq. We were brought in that war with lies, and yet nothing about the defending the Constitution then. Fancy that. But they're quick to talk about, oh, we the people, we're supposed to be in charge, government's supposed to answer to us. Okay, then never mind the fact that this really isn't a democracy, but I'll play your game. Yeah, we're in a democracy. That means there's certain responsibilities that you fuckers are supposed to be, you know, taking a handle of. If you're saying you're in charge, that implies power. Any form of power has responsibility with it. So in this case, if this is truly a democracy where the people are supposed to be in charge and the government's supposed to fear us, that means we have a major responsibility. What is that responsibility, you ask? To be well informed of all the political issues that are going through our government that will affect us. That means you have to do the research yourself. You have to look into the bills yourselves. You have to actually check out whether these issues are good or bad for you yourselves. You're not supposed to just take the information secondhand and believe any bullshit that any people tell you. You're supposed to verify it yourself. That is your job. You yell at the government to do their research before they pass a bill, but if this is a democracy and you have to vote on it, don't you fucking think you should know about it? Don't you think you should be reading these bills? Don't you think you should be doing the research? Don't you think you should be checking out second and third and fourth sources out there before you come to a freaking conclusion? But you're not doing that. And I know you people haven't done it with the healthcare bill because of the stupid shit you say. Obama's going to make this a single-payer program. Nothing like that's in the bill. There are going to be these death panels. Nothing like that's in the bill. It's more tax money out of middle class and poor's pocket. Nah, it's only people making $250,000 or more. They're taking out the private option. It's all going to be government run. That's not in the bill either. In fact, there's a major thing in there that still says that you can pick what insurance providers that you want, and if you currently have insurance, you get to keep it. It's in the bill. I checked. It's fucking online. You have no excuse not to see it yourself. It's online. And I love this whole thing. We need to defend the Constitution. Where were you people when the war in Iraq happened? Where were you people when the Patriot Act was passed? Where were you people during the 80s with the war on drugs? All that shit was against the Constitution, and you loved it. Because the people you didn't like were getting affected. And you love to see the people that to you aren't American get downtrodden. Now that you think some of your pockets are going to get a little bit lighter, now all of a sudden you're about defending the Constitution. It's amazing how you guys live with yourselves. It really is.